Awesome. So our God is mighty to save, and I love that song. Yeah, He'll rejoice over us with singing, He'll quiet us with His love, and our mighty saving God has called us to do this ministry of one love. And it's so fun to be able to team up with Sam Peralta, who's been doing skate ministry on Maui a lot longer than me. He grew up here, and my wife Nicole, and take the message of the one love of Jesus to the skate parks and all around the world. So just as we get started, I want everybody to get out your cell phones if you're able. And if not, you can, yeah, Laura, the Shaka phone. That's perfect. If you're able, if you can go to oneloveskate.org. And I want to show you all this tool you can use. You can go to the library if you don't have a cell phone and use their computer. Or you can go anywhere and go to oneloveskate.org and click One Love Reps. So if you're able, if you have a tablet or a phone, we get to see how from right here. You click One Love Reps. The way we see it, 2 Corinthians 5:20 says, we are God's ambassadors. As though God were making His appeal through us, we implore you on Jesus' behalf, be reconciled to God. So Paul, as an ambassador, as a representative of the one love of Jesus, that's all of our calling to be a rep for the one love of Jesus. And that's what that logo, the arrow up, arrow down, it's know the love, be the love. So we do that as we rep the one love of Jesus. So you click One Love Reps, and then click Specific Prayer Requests. And before you leave tonight, we have a little packet on the table that has 10 conversation cards, a sticker, and then these little business cards that have my email address, as well as the direct instructions to get to specific prayer requests. And the password here is One Love Warrior. No caps, no spaces, all spelled out. And it's on this card, and it'll be on the slide, but if you type One Love Warrior in there, Pukalani Baptist, y'all are awesome with technology, too. That's, I remember several years ago when the TVs weren't here, and we did an ordination service for me. Thank you, Pastor Paul, for making me a pastor. And we Skyped in my grandpa and grandma, and my grandpa actually led the prayer for our congregation here at Pukalani Baptist, as well as other ministers and friends in Maui. But that said, it's really cool to be able to share this, and we've got Facebook Live. We're trying to share this around the world right now. But join with us as prayer partners. You know, the main support we need is not just money, but prayer support. I like how Max Lucado says, when we work, we work. When we pray, God works. Okay, so we can get what we can do when we work and toil and try to build the things that God calls us to build. But when we pray, we see God build and do what only He can do. So anyway, the way to help God build the house, we really believe, is through prayer. So if you type One Love Warrior, and if we can look at that off of our website, pretty much every Monday we put up 3 prayer requests. All right, and when we started this ministry over a year ago, when we first got our tax exempt status, I was very passionate and energetic, and I would type these long prayer blogs. All right, and those of you who would log in and read them all, thank you. Not that anybody did. But all that said, we've shortened them up a lot, and we pretty much share sometimes some phrases as well as prayer requests, but we share 3 prayer requests a week. So Monday we typed, Happy Monday, thanks for being a prayer warrior for one love. We've seen God's hand at work recently, right? And that's what our skateboards help represent. And He's let us share the one love of Jesus outside the walls of church buildings, even letting us minister through Pastor Kaipo of Camp Agape this past weekend. We got to go to Maluhia and share with kids whose parents were incarcerated. Last Sunday night, it was really special. And that's a picture from sharing one love at Lahaina Baptist last week. And then if you scroll down, I think the 3 prayer requests were the Monday night presentation at Wapuna Chapel. You go up just a little bit. And then yesterday we did our board meeting. And then tonight, Pukalani Baptist. That was our 3 prayer request for last Monday. But you can keep up with us on an ongoing basis. And we would love your prayer support. If you would be willing to log in and even just if you have a youth group or men's or women's study, and could just take a minute, maybe once a month, and just ask them to pray these prayer requests. for us. That would be fantastic. All right, so if we can go to the next slide, Tammy. In a minute, we're going to have Sam start off the One Love ministry report. But right as he is coming up here, I wanted to show you One Love in North Carolina over the past year. This is a video that shows at our church.
Hey, my name's Trey Amber, and I'm sure you guys will look up and say it. One Love to me is one-on-one relationship with Jesus Christ. One Love to me is living out God's calling on my life. What I like about One Love is being able to support it, being able to express it, being able to tell other people what it is, basically.
How One Love skate industries has helped me in my relationship with Christ is to actually open up more and talk to people about One Love with Christ.
The arrow up represents He must increase, we must decrease. God put a calling on my life is on the skating industry. Shortly after that, Joshua Morgan came and showed me things like One Love and showed me. What most fun is getting to travel and go to other churches and see how they worship and get to share One Love skate ministry and see the people interested in it.
The One Love of Christ shows me that it doesn't matter what your background is, whether it's smoking pot or being addicted to any addicted to pornography or something like that. Because Christ doesn't have his boundaries with loving all of his children.
I was talking to Bernie about being saved. The following day after that, I was saved. And basically what we did was we prayed and then I gave my life to Jesus. Me and Josh just go on stage shows, go out to skate parks with local people. Her husband, a couple of nights that I got up on the paper and shared the message of Jesus and the gift of my relationship with Christ has gotten a lot stronger just in the past year, just getting out and sharing and being a part of the discipleship. And that's what One Love is, different discipleship ministry. I'm blessed to be a part of it. I love being a part of it.
All right, so that was the video we showed at Hope Community Church, the church plant God blessed us to be a part of before Nicole and I shared. And then we were able to baptize some skateboarders that day. That student, Trey, we were doing the 5th core value, which was actually Spencer Kim made that value. And some of y'all know him from Pukalani, and I remember meeting him over here in my office and him praying it for us. And then he gave me the book Soul Winner from Charles Spurgeon, and he wrote this great note in there. And then he recorded one of our One Love videos. And after watching that in North Carolina, studying the Bible passages, that student Trey prayed to receive Jesus just a few months ago. So it's pretty powerful stuff, pretty exciting. And we've got the discipleship curriculum here. And during my presentation, my part later, I'll show you how to access that off of One Love as well. At this time, if Nicole can come and share how God's recently called her to ministry, it's exciting, as well as some cool stuff about One Love conversations that she's had recently.
This is my wife, Nicole, by the way.
So, 2 Februaries ago, right after we moved to North Carolina, Josh and I were invited to speak at a Disciple Now. And he kind of ropes me into these speaking engagements, and it's always such a struggle. So I'm so rebellious normally. But I gave in, and I was trying to be obedient to the Lord. And it was funny because I find in my life, oftentimes when I go and I'm invited to serve in some capacity, I'm usually served above and beyond what I'm there to do, and God is just so good. So Josh and I were invited to speak at the Disciple Now, and during the worship, I had just a moment of clarity. You know those moments that you can look back on and just be like, that was a defining moment in my life. And we were singing a line that says, I can see the love in your eyes, talking about Jesus and how he looks down so lovingly on his children. And at that point, I was just floored. And God reminded me, he put in me a desire to love youth, a desire to love them to Jesus, like I was loved to Jesus myself as a youth. And so while I was sitting there and we worshiping, God reminded me, hey, Nicole, I called you out of darkness into light. I called you out of your own ways into my ways to set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. And it was, again, just a moment for me where he just reminded me that life is about service to him. And it was great because we had just stepped away from a position in ministry into this ambiguous season of developing a ministry. And I was like, wow, God, thank you for this opportunity to minister because we get to, not only because we have to. You know the difference between I have to and I get to? So it was like a get to for me, and it was just so beautiful. And so that was a couple Februarys ago, and that same crew, and that same youth group actually just invited me back. The girls are doing a girls' retreat, and they called me and asked if I would be their speaker, and I was like, are you sure? You want me to be your speaker? But they said, some of the girls just really identified with you, and they'd love to have you come back, and I was like, wow, God, thank you. So that was just an opportunity that One Love made available for both of us and for me extended. And then Josh also wanted me to share just about teaching opportunities that I personally have had through One Love since being in North Carolina for about a year and a half now. I started helping out and then eventually leading a study for ladies that combines our heart churches. So the church where we got married at, Josh's parents' church, and then the church where we are now going to his brother's church. And so the ladies from both churches come together, and we meet at the YMCA, so a public place just right there in the middle of town, and we study the Bible, we study about Jesus, and it's been beautiful. So God's one love, his unifying love, the only love that redeems, the only love that saves. That's the whole reason we do what we do. And so that's a great ministry opportunity, teaching opportunity that I've had. And then recently, I started a youth girls discipleship using our One Love core values. We have 10 values that we take. I take girls through. Josh takes guys and skiers through. But it's really neat because one of the core values is one love conversations. And Josh likes to talk about how one conversation can be the difference between heaven or hell. Really, it's just that one moment in time where God pulls you out of darkness and into light. And so our one love conversation value talks about asking people just two simple questions. What is one love? And who is Jesus Christ? Seemingly simple, but kind of hard when you're in the moment. So a couple like last week, right? Last week when I was on my flight from Philadelphia to LA, it was really stressful for me because I was flying by myself with Silas, and we were delayed to the point where I was going to miss my flight from LA to Maui. And I was really stressed out, and so I was throwing out the prayers like, Lord, you can do more than I can ever ask or imagine. I know you can do this. I've seen you do this before. I have a faith that can move a mountain, but I need you to do this for me because I need to go home. And I'm just praying, right? Just the whole time. And I'm like, at one point, I'm sitting on the airplane and I'm just convicted because my prayers are just so self-centered, so seeking. And I was like, okay, God, you are holy. You're omnipotent. And I'm just going through his attributes and trying to meditate on him to calm my heart because I was so stressed out. Did not want to overnight with a 5-month-old by myself in LA. Like, I did not want to do that. And so I'm just trying to calm myself by remembering that God is with me. He never leaves me or forsakes me. And as I'm going through the motions and just calming myself and focusing on the Lord instead of myself, setting my mind on things above and not on things on earth, he reminds me about my one love conversations. And he tells me, Nicole, I want you to ask the person you're sitting next to on the plane these one love questions. Are you sure? Okay, I guess I have to do it, right? I mean, I know I have to do it, but I'm like psyching myself up for this. And then I sit in my seat, and the seat next to me is empty, and I'm like, the seat's empty, maybe I'm all good. And so we're getting ready to take off, and I take Silas out, and I begin nursing him because that's just the best way to take off. He just doesn't cry, he's good, his knees are fine. So I'm nursing him as we're getting ready to take off, and then I see this lady running down the aisle, and I'm like, this tall, dark, and muscular lady, and I'm like, she's not gonna sit next to me. Guarantee, I'm in the last row. There's got to be somewhere else for her. No, she's sitting right next to me. I'm sitting there stuck. Like I can't, I guess I could get up, but it would be just very difficult. So I look at her and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm leaving my baby right now. And she's like, I've got long legs, I'll climb over you. And I'm like, okay, sure. And so I'm just very apologetic. I'm so sorry. He's going to be he's a good baby, just trying to make all these excuses. And she's like, don't apologize. Don't, you're fine. And then throughout the flight, she was so nice. She was just so gracious with me. And she's like, let me help you. I'm here to serve you. And I'm like, wow, she's awesome. And so we've been small talking. It was nice. And I mean, it's not always easy sitting next to a 5-month-old on a 5.5-hour plane ride. And so I was just very thankful for her. She was so sweet when Silas got really loud. So I was thankful for her. And then I remembered, like, okay, I need to ask these 2 questions. When will be a good time? And then I hear the pilot say, we're starting our descent. And I'm like, 20 minutes. Ready? Go. Hey, Cece, can I ask you a question? Just like that. And she's like, sure, what's up? And I said, what is one love? And so she kind of looks at me and she's like, what is one love? It's love. It's love to everyone. It's equal love. And I'm like, okay. Just a little background. When I saw this same lady in the terminal, when I saw her, my first impression, honestly, was I wasn't sure if she was a man or a woman. I wasn't sure. And when she came and sat next to me and we were talking, I could tell to use the feminine pronouns, he or she, but I still wasn't quite sure. So when she said equality, love to everyone, I was like, this can go really good or it can go really bad. And so as we were talking, she goes, well, what's one love to you? And I'm like, yes, here it is, the opportunity. And so I started telling her, I said, my husband and I, we run an organization called One Love Skate. And like you said, love is equal for everyone. We like to use the idea of love to bridge the gap between people, like skaters and different people. And she's like, that's so awesome. And while I got this positive thing going with her, I said, can I ask you another question? She's like, sure. I said, who is Jesus Christ? Silence. That's when you throw up the prayers, yeah? I'm like, this is really bad, really good. And she said, Jesus Christ, he's my everything. Sigh of relief. And then she said, Jesus Christ. When I was growing up, I heard a lot of stories, and that's just all he was, stories. But then when I started really learning these stories for myself, he became my savior. And she started telling me her testimony, and I'm like, I'm over here trying to reach out to her, and she's just ministering straight to my heart. And so she's telling me a little bit about herself. She's from Canada. She's here on a track scholarship. She goes to school up north, and she was just so sweet. And I looked at her and I said, Cece, thank you for being an answered prayer. I said, this whole time I've been praying for my travels, for my trip. I might miss my next flight, and I'm just really stressed out, and I just pray that God would help me, however, and you are an answer to prayer. And she said, Nicole, you are blessed. And she just started speaking life to me. And she said, Nicole, what you need to do is go talk to those flight attendants, tell them your situation, and see if they'll let you off the plane first. Now, mind you, I'm in the last row, hundreds of people on this plane. And so I'm like, why not, Lord? I will go ask the flight attendants. This is going good so far. Why not? And so I get up and I go and I pull the curtain aside and I'm like, excuse me, my son and I, the crying baby, we have a flight to catch in 30 minutes. We have to switch terminals, and if I don't make this flight, I'll have to overnight. And is there any possible way I could get off the plane first? And they're like, you know what? I'm looking at the manifest here. There's 9 of you that need to make this connecting flight. What we can do is we can make an announcement and ask. We can ask everyone to stay seated so you can get off first. That's all we can do. We can ask. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. And so I get back to my seat, and the person across the aisle from me hears the interactions, and she's like, I'm an off-duty flight attendant. Let me just talk you through the terminals. And I'm like, okay. So she pulls out a map, she tells me where I need to go, who I need to talk to, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it to Mountain. The whole time, Cece is just encouraging me. She's like, you got this. You are going to make it. And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm going to make it. And so I hear them make the announcement. They're like, there are 9 passengers on the plane, and some of them were in the very back row. So we would just really appreciate appreciate it if you would let them off first. Please stay seated until those 9 passengers have gotten off the plane. And then they made that announcement twice, okay? And so finally, when the seatbelt thing dings, Cece hands me my bag, and I like book down the aisle, right? And then I hear people like, oh, are you the one making the connecting? I'm like, yeah, and they start cheering for me. You can do it! You're gonna make it! They're just cheering for you as I go down this aisle, like hundreds of people, baby, backpack, and like, thank you. It was God. It was a God thing. So, all because of a one-love conversation, I walked in obedience, and God just blessed it. He just poured out His favor on me, and it was so awesome. It's so awesome to see God work, and I'm just so thankful. Yeah. I made the flight. I didn't have to overnight. Thank you.
Awesome. So I just thought that was such a cool example that as we walk in obedience and we do our little part, and God does His big part, and He provides. And it's something that we celebrate. It's worth investing in having these one love conversations. So I hope when you leave here today, you'll look at yourself as a missionary, not just as a member of a church, but have these one love conversations. Thanks so much, Nicole. And in a minute, Sam's going to come up, and as Sam's walking up, that value 5 of our discipleship training for the girls and the guys is one love conversations. And all 10 of these are arrows up and arrows down. So I'll just teach us all this one. So one love conversations. Everybody point up. Say, talk to God about people. Okay, now point to 2 other people. And say, talk to people about God. Okay, so talk to God about people. Talk to people about God. Good stuff. I think I know some youth that might do a little better than that, but that was still really cool. Good job. So yeah, talk to God about people, talk to people about God. And that's all part of knowing the love and being the love, are those one love conversations. So next up, give it up for Sam Peralta.
Hey everybody, it's a pleasure being here up in Pukalani. I come from very far away, downtown Wailuku. I just want to say aloha from down there. It's nice and cool up here, and I'm so happy to see you guys, and it's such a pleasure coming up and listening to Josh. And he's one of my really, really good friends on the island, and I just love what him and Nicole are doing. So my name is Sam Peralta. I was made in Germany, born in Texas. My dad was in the military, and I was born in Hawaii. So pretty much I'm a local here on the islands. I grew up on the island of Hawaii, and I've been living on Maui most of my life. So that's a bit of my history. But today I just really want to give you guys an update of what's happening here on the island of Maui with the One Love Skate Ministry. So pretty much I've been doing skate ministry for the past 10 years. Once I graduated high school, I would do skate camps at Pukalani Skate Park, and I went to Australia to do skateboard programs and activities for 5 years. So when I came back to Maui, I just really wanted to keep that passion up of skateboarding. So I started working with Josh, and One Love was just such an answered prayer to me because it just really embodied the values of what I'd like to see, to know God and to love people. Love God, love people, Josh always says. So I hope you guys are ready for the update. I have 4 things to report to you guys, and after each one, I'll just ask if you have any questions. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is with our County of Maui Parks and Rec partnership with One Love. The second thing I want to talk about is our UHMC at the Maui College, what we're doing with One Love there. The third thing is our international travels with One Love, and how One Love is more than just here on Maui, but it's a tool that we're using overseas. And then the fourth thing is maybe a little bit of vision you guys could be praying about. We really want to see One Love like a school where people from from the mainland, from America's over there, can come over and participate with One Love on these islands and what that looks like. So I'm going to get there in just a bit, but I think we're just going to play a video. So I'm going to talk about our County of Maui partnership after we play this video. So this video is about what we really do with the County of Parks twice a year, winter and summertime.
My name is Sam, and this is the Kihei Skate Park event. We do it twice a year, during the winter and during the summertime. It's for the community to come together to just practice ohana. So that means family if you don't know. We have snacks, refreshments. It's pretty much much a really neat time for us to spend quality time with one another learning through skateboarding. And it's one of my favorite things that we do. I just want to invite you guys, whenever we have them, to come over. It's a free event. Families are here kicking back and chilling. It's pretty hot, but it's still fun when everyone's together. There you go. 3, 2, 1, go.
My name's Andrew. I'm from Aloha Skateboards, and we also do events through the Maui Skateboard Series in the Maui County Parks and Rec Department. And we want to welcome parents and newcomers. These events here today were put on by One Love Skate Group and the South Maui Parks from sponsorship from the Maui County Parks and Rec Department. When the parents come down to the parks for these events, they can expect to be welcomed and their kids to be challenged and have a lot of fun. And maybe if they're lucky, go home with some prizes.
And you have to win 2 rounds, and
we try to do these at least twice a year with the help of One Love Skate. We try to teach the kids to take care of the facility. We try to teach them new skills.
You know, and it's good for the kids. They come and they learn how to skate, and Sam does a good job with the kids.
It's a skate park event, just allowing the kids time in the park themselves with some instruction and some games and a good time to learn safety skills and other riding skills.
So this is our 3rd year of these events. They've been a huge confidence booster for my son. We're so thankful that these are going on. We hope they continue forever, and they're great for the community.
I think skating here in this community is a big deal. We live here in Kihei and we come to the skate park all the time. It's good to get the youth together. A lot of these kids are pretty young. My son is 7 years old. There's a lot of 7, 8, 9-year-olds that are just out there ripping, and it's a big part of the community.
Everyone can participate and learn new tricks, and it's actually fun. It boosts my confidence about skateboarding, and it's really fun, and you can learn a bunch of new tricks. It's just really fun here.
So annually, during the winter and summer times, Aloha Skateboards is the boards we've been giving away. Every kid that comes to skate park has been getting a skateboard, so it's been a cool opportunity for those who don't have good equipment to get something new. We win skateboards through prizes. We do points, so every activity consists of points they can win for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. So it's pretty fun. So if you don't have to be a really good skater to get points or win boards, but you can also win points through games like Simon Says, or asking trivia questions, or even just for participating. So everyone gets a nice skateboard or a hat, or goes home with something cool. If not, they make cool new friends and have a great time with each other. And Owen, go here. The team deciding that you should get skateboard, so we need a speech from you. Okay, so a little speech from Owen. Hi, he says hi, amazing.
3, 2, 1. Woo! Yeah! I just want to see
Yeah, Josh has this really cool saying that usually sticks in my mind. He says, know the love, be the love. And that's what we want to do to these kids. We know Christ. I've been a Christian for the past 16 plus years now. And part of One Love is expressing my faith in the community. Many of the people we work with they're not followers of Jesus. So a lot of the people talking and giving these testimonies about how our One Love Skate events has transformed their family and given them a really good view of what a Christian is like. This is so tangible, and that's what I love about it. So that's our county park event. Do you have anything more to add to that one? Oh, this is actually our seventh county and park event. We've been doing at least 2 a year for the past 4 years, and before that, we're doing skate camps for the past 5 years during the summertime. So we're pretty active. Not only we do it at Kihei, We were doing it unofficially at Pukalani Skate Park as well, because that's where I grew up at. So the Pukalani Skate Park events is similar to that, but really downscaled. There's not much. We still have the prizes, we still have the games, and we still have that face-to-face contact, but it's not, we don't have as much snacks or giveaways, but it's kind of similar to that. So that's our county event, and it's been really close. So thank you guys for that. We've been really representing Christ, being representatives to our county workers as well, and they love it. They really love it. They miss Josh, though. I miss Josh. So any questions on our county event? The second thing I wanted to talk about quickly is at the college, the Maui College, where I'm there 5 days a week, but our dedicated ministry day is on Tuesday mornings. So from Tuesday mornings from 8:30 to around 1 p.m., we set up right in front of the middle of the campus. We have free coffee, free donuts, and we have a question of the day. So how we integrate One Love with that is we ask people, what's one love to you? Like what Nicole was just saying, you know, when we get that urge that God is wanting to help us to step out in faith, it's cool because we have these cards now. You know, so it's like, who's one love to you? Who's Jesus to you? And these are the newer ones. What we're doing is giving away these One Love stickers on campus. So every Tuesday we actually have a conversation with close to 40 to 50 plus people. And it's really neat because it's really in your face, like, let's talk about what One Love is, and it's like in an academic setting so we can have fun with our philosophy and theology, talking to students, and it's normal. So be encouraged on the UHMC campus, we are sharing Jesus. And to me, that's just amazing. If you want to come and check us out, so we're there every Tuesday mornings from 8:30 to 1, and we're just sharing about the one love of God. The third thing I wanted to talk about for the update is our international trips. So the past, last year, I'll talk about my trip. Yeah, a good highlight for me with One Love, last year I went to Honduras, and I'm going to Honduras again. We pretty much use skateboarding to reach the youth. So we would go into schools and we'd be given opportunities to do assemblies. So with skateboarding, we gather all the kids from the school, I do some skate tricks, and they give me the mic just like this. And there's just hundreds of kids around, and I love it because with One Love, it's just so simple. Hey guys, God loves you, and we know His love through Jesus. And the cool thing is, hopefully I'll be able to bring more of those tracks and cards. Now that we have a website and technology is so advanced, a lot of these kids can just go online and keep updates and keep the follow-ups with this curriculum that we have. So that was so brilliant to have like our own little videos and the values that we represent. So we're really wanting to not only talk about our values, but in my mind I'm constantly thinking, what do these values look like in real life? What's the tangible way we can express them? So definitely school assemblies. A lot of the is how we reach kids in foreign countries. Also, July, and we'll be going to another trip, and that's our North Korea trip. This will be my second time going to the country, and we're doing the same thing. We're just skating with the kids and teaching them surf lessons, and we're saying, you know what, we love you guys. So we can't really go past that step right now because we might get in trouble, but the concept is there. So, not South Korea. North Korea, we fly into Pyongyang, we drive 8 hours across the country, we stop in little towns and cities, and we just bring out our skateboards and whatever we can have to interact with the kids, representing God's love. So they know we're Christians, we all are able to each bring in the Bible, we pray before every meal, and we actually go to church. So actually last year, me and my friends got up on stage and we started leading the church service with our guitars. So it was a really bold move, I wouldn't recommend it, but we just did it. So yeah, that's our international travels. We want to really bring God's love into reality. And finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about is our future trip, or our future idea me and Josh were talking about during his visit here. We were talking about this future kind of One Love skate surf school. So the idea behind that is we want to give opportunities for people that you know from other islands or in the United States to come over on Maui and just surf and skateboard with us and go over the One Love values. So it's not really fully developed. That's what we need your prayer in. How will this kind of One Love camp look like? 2 weeks. We have facilities for use. We can figure out a budget. But the heart is, I really want to connect the different islands and some of those North Carolina boys online or that we just saw, they look so excited. I'm so excited that they're excited. So maybe they can come over and do this school. So me and Josh are thinking about, hey, what would it look like for us to have some guys over and just go skating and surfing, and we can dive deep into discipleship. So that's pretty much my update, Josh, and thank you guys for listening. And hope to see you guys soon.
Awesome. And you can look back at the old blogs from Stan on oneloveskate.org if you want to follow up more of some of the things he's talked about. A lot of that, there's more details on the blog on our website. So we asked the question, what is One Love? And here's Caleb answering yesterday. Right, so that's on our boards. One Love, 1 John 4:9. And even if you can't see it, it's there. You know, I like to say that with One Love. One day, the container in North Carolina says, "What's One Love?" really big. And a bus from Liberty University one time was parked in front of it, and the container was still there. We said, even if you can't see it, it's still there. But with the boards, it's that same way, because sometimes the trucks will cover the words, 1 John 4:9, but it's still there. All right, and here's a little under a minute clip of a skater in North Carolina on a One Love board with our new One Love song. So that line from that guy Aaron, it says, can we just put aside our indifference? We can do so much more than separate. There's so much more to existence. I think we miss it. All we really need is one love, one love, one love. And defining that, there's a holy, perfect God who's set apart, completely righteous and pure. We're separated from him because of our sin. Okay, things we think, say, and do that have broken God's perfect law. But he's made a way through the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus so that we can live through him, as 1 John 4:9 says. And that's the message that we have the privilege of sharing. Okay, something very significant that's happened since we moved. And I'm looking up at that picture on the wall. It says, let go, let God. Really, we let go of One Love and moved. And people have run with this. This, again, the logo, we got a trademark, it's copyright, everything now, to our 501c3, which is an answer to prayer. And the Lahaina Baptist group, on this next slide, they actually have a One Love room. And here's a picture from last Sunday, if you jump to the next one, of some of our family in the One Love room with Pastor Jay and Joy and their sons Elijah, Caleb, and Shane. And another kid in that group. And if you could just go back one, Tammy, and look at that blog. We can pull up that blog quick. This was a blog from December of 2016 that Pastor Jay and his family wrote. And I just want to read you one line. If you want to look on your phone at oneloveskate.org, scroll through the blogs. I think it's just under that one. That was our end of the year update. And I'd recommend watching that video of the 10 core values when you get a chance. We're not going to watch it tonight. But I think it's just below this. There's Sam's truck. But here's Caleb Wright, repping One Love in Lahaina, Maui. And if you scroll down a little bit more, there's a quote from Pastor Jay where he says, right there, our goal is to reach the lost kids in and around the skate scene. It's really as simple as that. And let's play that video. It's about 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Pastor Jay Wright with Lahaina Baptist Church here in Lahaina, Maui. I will be sharing about the third core value of One Love, which is to love your neighbor. We believe that to show love to our neighbor, which is to be a blessing to our community, is one one of the greatest displays of our faith, our trust, and our hope in Jesus Christ. Jesus himself said that all will know we are his followers by our love for one another. As a church here in West Maui, we have taken a significant step, redesigned 2 rooms inside of this education building that's right behind me, in order to allow skaters to come in after skateboarding across the street at the skate park, hang out, have a cold drink, and enjoy and relax. We believe as a church, showing love to our community, love to our neighbors, is the greatest expression. Think of this if you would. Your life, the witness of your life, may be the first and only Bible that people read. So what are they going to see about us? Well, I pray it's our one love for God and our one love for others. Live one love, my friends. Blessings.
Amen. If you can mute that, Tammy, but keep it playing. Not going to show you my youth pastor's part in North Carolina. He planted a church.